welcome back. This is another weekly video of what's going on the Montana Northern Railroad. I actually got quite a bit done over the past week. It doesn't look like much, but I tidied up a lot of things. We'll just start at the beginning and kind of work our way around. In the last video, I showed you guys the mud puddles. They are all dry now, or water puddles. Yeah, they're all done. I'm going to change a few things up in this area, and I've still got a lot to add, but for the most part, it's pretty done. Also, in the last video, I got this backdrop installed. Everything looks great there. Moving on, this little area here will be nothing but trees. And I built the land up a little bit just because I don't want a flat layout. And I may actually build up a little bit more right here, just kind of taper this up and blend it in with a backdrop. But this is all glued down, but I still have to, shave the edges down and contour that a little better, but all in due time. Let's see, I added, this is going to be part of the Snake River. And I got this all cut out of the foam. So this will be a pretty big river scene for this area, as you can tell here. So I've still got to, contour all this down. I got a long way to go, but I got it all cut out, cleaned up. This is the back side of the other side of the river, so this is all glued down. So I didn't want just all water, so I made this little area here just to make your eyes kind of follow this around. And this will have a lot of trees on it as well, so it'll actually make you look, instead of just straight on at the layout, you'll have to look at different angles. I'm still working on this area here. So a little bit of context, this backdrop for some reason did not stick well. As you can tell, it has got bubbles beyond belief. The rest of them didn't, but this one did. So I reached out to the manufacturer and they are actually going to replace it free of charge. So I'm waiting on that to show up so I can finish this section here. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. I've tried different ways to smooth them down. They won't go down. So if I had to do it all over again, I would have got more clouds in the sky. And the reason being, all these little bubbles, a lot of them wouldn't even have showed up if I had clouds. So word to the wise, if you do a backdrop, don't do blue. Do quite a bit of clouds on there and it will cover up a lot of defects in the backdrop. So, but I got too much invested now, so there's no turning back. So moving on, next thing I did is I started painting track. Since this is all down and wired, this is the main line. So I still got to go in to individually paint all the ties, which I do. For instance, these here, these are all individually painted. And then another section here. So I got all the track wired. Everything that's down is wired, soldered. And so I put an engine on here and started testing it. And I had an issue. For some reason, it kept derailing. So I had to go in and rip all this up and redo the track work because I want flawless track work. So I've been working on that as well. I've still got to put the ties in that were missing here and here. But that's really all I need to finish that area up. So moving on to Livingston, Montana. I've actually got the first area in for the yard. And as you can see here, this will be my yard. It will only be a 2-track yard. So The reason I did that is this is going to be the most minimalistic layout as far as track work. I didn't want a lot. I've had that in the past. It's a lot to maintain. And I wanted something simple but to the point. So, so this is the first ladder in the track, and then the yard, and then there will be another one here. So it'd actually be just 2 tracks in the yard. And of course, this is the main line. I'm also going to have a spur coming out that's going to look like part of the yard, but it will be mostly for the logging industry. So this will be a little separate from the yard, but it'll look like it's blended into the yard, so it'll make the yard look a lot bigger. So I have everything in my head and somewhat drawn on paper, but it'll all make sense once it's done. But like I said, I've got all the ties back in that were missing where I joined track together. I've got everything soldered, wired to the bus line, and no hiccups. Everything runs great. So I think that's it. That was pretty quick. But I was going to show you guys something else that I've been working on. So, if you noticed here, the main line is on cork roadbed, and everything else is not. It is all flat. There will not be a raised roadbed for that at all, and that's all by design. That's the way I wanted it. That's the way the prototype was, or the prototype that I'm modeling, I should say, because this is a freelance railroad, so there is really no prototype. But yeah, I wanted this lower. So I come up with an ingenious way, and this may have been done before, I don't know. But if not, I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So, move the camera here just a little. Okay, so to get from the cork roadbed down to ground level, I had an issue. I had to get this tapered down. And I tried 2 or 3 different methods and nothing worked. I didn't like the look of it. I didn't like the how it contoured down. Nothing looked right. So I was in my garage piddling around doing some other projects, and I ran across something. These wood shims. I got these at Home Depot, and they are to shim up, say like doors that you put in your house, and they're perfect, absolutely perfect. They're tapered exactly how I wanted. They're not super quick, so they're not steep, but that's exactly what I used. Now, as you can tell, mine are about right here. So in about this section is about the same as a cork roadbed. So I just took them to my miter saw and I just chopped these down, and perfect taper down to the cork. So yeah, if you're looking for a way to do that, these were a couple of bucks, and you got, I don't know, there's 10 or 12 in here. I'm never going to use any more. Well, I take that back. I still got a lot of layout to build, but that's going to be a few years down the road. But for right now, I cut up 2, 4 of these, 5 of these, something like that. And yeah, for a couple of bucks, and it sure beats the Woodland Scenics risers. Those are nice, but I mean, they're pretty expensive. So if you're looking for something quick and easy, wood shims, perfect. But yeah, guys, that's what I've been up to for the past week. Like I said, it doesn't look like much, you know, in my opinion. But like I said, I got everything wired, all the ties put back in. I got my yard started, and to be honest, this is where the layout, I guess, quote unquote, will stop for right now. I have some big plans for this area, but I'm not going to give them away yet, but I think you're really going to like them. I do have one spur here that's going to go here. This is going to be my trash recycling type area. But, and like I said, I've got one more yard track going in here, and then my logging siding will go in here. But that's pretty much it for the track work. So it's really minimalistic, I guess, but that's what I wanted on this layout. I didn't want a lot of track because I've had that before, and it was just, it's a pain. It's a lot to maintain. It's a lot to keep clean. I wanted simple operations because honestly, I'm not a big operations guy. Only if friends come over, but I love to build scenery. This is my favorite part. So, but that's it. I mean, I've got a trash spur here, or a recycle spur. I've got a 2-track yard. I've got a spur here for my logs that are coming in. I've got my big lumber area back here. Has 2 tracks. And then I've got a spur here that I'm still working out on what I'm going to put there. But that's it. So 1, 2, the logging is 3, and the trash is 4. So 4 industries on this layout so far. Now, with that being said, the layout's going to continue all around the walls, but that's going to be further down the road. But what I have on paper and what I have in my mind, this is going to be the best layout I've ever built. When you see what's coming in the middle section. So, yeah, that's it. But that's going to do it. I know it was quick. Again, I always say that. But I'm pretty happy where I'm at so far. So I could tell you what I'm doing this week, but I have no idea. It changes. You know, whatever I feel like working on, I work on. I don't like getting tied down to things over and over. So I'll work on a little wiring, then I'll work on some scenery, then I'll work on some wood building. So it just keeps me entertained and keeps me happy. So, but I hope you like it so far. I'm really taking a lot of pride in this layout. I'll be glad when this backdrop comes in, so that part will be put to bed. And then I can start building the valance up above, and then all the masonite for the fascia. But that's going to do it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.